I awoke to a morning that felt like an echo of my inner turmoil, a day when the boundaries between my past and present began to blur. The journey through memories had led me to a new, unsettling discovery, fragments of my own identity scattered like shards across time. I had once believed that my recollections, though imperfect, painted a coherent picture of who I was. But now, the mirror of memory had revealed a deeper truth. My self was fractured, composed of countless reflections, each holding its own story, its own pain, and its own hope. The previous episodes of my journey had taught me that memory is not a single, linear narrative, but a labyrinth of sensations and emotions. Yet, today, as I sat alone in my study, I found that the very essence of my being seemed to be dissolving into a multitude of echoes. I reached out instinctively toward the familiar desk, where scattered mementos, old letters, and photographs bore witness to a life once lived. They no longer provided clarity. Instead, they hinted at hidden corners of my psyche that I had long ignored. In that quiet moment, the mirror on my wall, a silent companion through all my introspection, began to shimmer in a way I had never seen before. Its surface rippled as though disturbed by a gentle breeze, even though no wind stirred in my room. I leaned in, and the reflection that met me was not just my present self, but a cascade of images, a montage of faces, expressions, and moments frozen in time. I saw a younger version of me, full of unspoken dreams. I saw an older, wearied visage, marked by loss and regret, and I saw fleeting glimpses of emotions I had suppressed, like joy, anger, sorrow, and longing. At that moment, I realized that the mirror was showing me the shards of my own reflection, fragments of my identity that had been scattered through the corridors of memory. Each shard was a piece of the puzzle, a piece of the person I once was, and the person I might yet become. The realization was both liberating and overwhelming, a promise of untapped truth and a challenge to confront parts of myself I had kept hidden. Compelled to understand this new vision, I began to gather the scattered fragments of my past. I dusted off boxes of old photographs, flipped through yellow diaries, and even revisited letters I had written but never sent. Each item stirred emotions that had lain dormant, and with every recollection, I felt a subtle shift within, a reassembly of a self that had long been fractured by time and circumstance. That day, I took a long walk through the quiet streets of my neighborhood. Every familiar corner, every lingering shadow in the soft daylight, seemed imbued with a deeper significance. I found myself pondering the notion that perhaps our identity is not something static, but an ever-evolving mosaic built from our experiences, our mistakes, and our moments of triumph. In that realization lay a quiet hope, a promise that even the shattered pieces of our past can be reassembled into something whole and meaningful. As dusk approached, I returned to my study with a newfound resolve. I arranged my gathered mementos on the table, forming a collage that was both chaotic and beautiful, a tapestry of memories interwoven with emotion. I sat before the mirror once more and, with a deep breath, began to speak aloud. I recounted memories of laughter and tears, of moments of quiet introspection and bursts of unrestrained joy. With each word, the mirror seemed to absorb the sound, its surface glowing softly as if lighting up with understanding. In that moment, I understood that the journey into the labyrinth of memory was not about recovering what was lost, but about embracing every facet of oneself, the light and the shadow, the joy and the pain. I had spent so long chasing a singular, pristine version of my identity, only to find that the truth was more complex and beautiful. It was in the fractured, imperfect nature of my memories that I found resilience, and in the interplay of light and shadow that I discovered hope. The mirror's vision shifted once again, and I saw the shards of my reflections slowly drifting together, coalescing into a form that was both familiar and new. It was as if the mirror was urging me to accept the multiplicity of my existence and to let the disparate fragments merge into a more authentic self. In that transformative moment, I felt a surge of clarity, a realization that my past, with all its imperfections and scattered pieces, was the foundation upon which my future could be built. What if every fragment of your past is a stepping stone to a more complete you? Embrace the shards, for they are the keys to your true self. With that thought echoing in my mind, I recorded my reflections in my journal, a promise to honor each memory, every shard of my identity, as a vital part of who I was becoming. I understood that the journey of self-discovery is never complete, but each step, each piece reassembled, is a victory over the chaos of doubt and disintegration. Now, as the night deepens, and I sit in the quiet solitude of my study, I feel a profound sense of peace. The mirror no longer shows me a fragmented reflection, but a harmonious blend of every emotion, every experience, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. My identity is not lost. It is evolving, expanding with every new memory, every lesson learned along the way. If you are ready to explore the intricate mosaic of your own mind and embrace the beauty in your imperfections, join Voidlore Nexus. Share your journey of self-discovery in the comments below, and let us together reassemble the shards of our past to forge a brighter, more authentic future.